Hi, this is Elliot Eisenberg of Graphs and Laughs here to catch you up to date on the latest in residential sales data for both Hillsborough and Pasco counties. And what can I tell you? It's a story of inventory like it's always been, but there's a twist. The twist is inventory is now starting to rise, something we haven't seen in a very long time. Yes, by all measures, inventory is remarkably low, but it's less low than it was. Month supply, dribbling up just a little bit. Active listings, they're going up. New listings, they're rising. Pending sales, they're down 2 months in a row. Not by a lot, but they're down. This is the first time we've seen pending sales decline 2 months in a row since December of 18, with the exception of a couple of months early in our COVID experience. So we're starting to see a change in the market. The market remains very tight. Original sales price to original listing price is 100% or higher for both single and multi in Hillsborough and Pasco. Year-over-year price appreciation for both single and multi in Hillsborough and Pasco counties exceeds 20 or 21%. But last month compared to this month, multifam prices declined a little bit. You put all this together, it gives you this feeling that there's a slight change afoot. What's going on is the high price, the sale price that we've seen are causing people to say, hey, I should put my house on the market, especially now that COVID's weaker than it was. And the high price are telling some buyers to say, let me hold off, I'll look somewhere else, I'll look in 6 months, I'll wait, I'll save a little more money, whatever it is. So these are normal responses. I think what we're seeing is the slight beginnings of a market that's cooling a little bit and a market that's returning to a semblance of seasonality that was completely destroyed because of COVID. On the national situation, things are really good at the national level too. GDP growth is going to be pretty solid in Q3. We're looking at 5 or 6% GDP for the entire year. We're looking at 6 or 6.25%, the best since 1984. So that's very strong. And the big question here is clearly the Delta variant. How serious is it? From what I can tell, it's not all that serious. Is it like a head fake? Yes, it's a head fake. Is it making me happy? No. But it also isn't going to be the last variant that we deal with. And the impact is reduced because many of us are already vaccinated. And there are not going to be any draconian government mandates coming down the pike. There's no closures. We're learning to live with it. Maybe there are mask mandates and showing your card that you've been vaccinated or nationally at something like that. But nothing more serious than that. In the inflation front, yeah, inflation's pretty high. There's no question about it. But it also appears to be peaking. And last week, Chairman Powell gave a good discussion of why he thinks it is going to be a temporary phenomenon and why it will continue to decline going forward. And markets seem comfortable in believing this. Markets also are aware that GDP will continue to decline over the next several years as we move back to trend growth. You put that together and that's why interest rates are not all that high. Now, in terms of rates, will they be going up at some point in the future? Sure, because the Fed's going to begin to taper. The Fed will begin tapering its purchase of treasuries and mortgage-backed securities at the end of this year or early next, and it will probably take them 6 or 8 months to do that. And then they can begin to talk to us about the possibility of raising rates, which will probably happen at the very end of 22 or sometime in 20, or probably even middle of 23, more likely. So interest rate hikes remain a long ways off. The economy is growing nicely. Labor markets are improving substantially, and the local housing market conditions where we are here in Hillsborough and Pasco counties are showing a slight sign of cooling and a return to seasonality. Two things that are probably, in the long run, pretty helpful to both buyers and sellers. That's it for now. See you next month.